Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sentient robots, and the FBI agents who are watching my every move, welcome back to the Rock&Roll Junkyard. I am the world's largest waste of domestic beer, but you can call me Nicky. And today we're talking about guilty pleasure albums. Now, when I say guilty pleasure albums, I mean albums that might change people's perception of me, right? Or albums that I don't know, that just aren't popular. They're not the kind of things people like. Maybe for you it's some obscure, 90s pop that everybody hates now, but you still secretly love it and, sing it in the shower, that kind of stuff, right? So, I have such a diverse taste in music, I listen to a little bit of everything, like just about anything you can imagine, or rather any genre you can imagine I listen to, although my favorites are obviously metal and rock and roll. But I do have a few guilty pleasure albums that I found, and we're going to go over those today, and hopefully I don't get too much hate, in the comment section. So, first things first, this album I've had for a number of years, Linkin Park's Reanimation. So this is essentially Hybrid Theory, but it's been remixed, and they have just a huge, I don't know the exact number actually, it's over a dozen different guest appearances on there by DJs, rappers, rock stars. Jonathan Davis is on there, Aaron Lewis from Stained is on there, they got a bunch of rappers, DJs, I think I already said that. And so the album's great. So they took the album Hybrid Theory and they just chopped it and screwed it, skinned it, fucked it, and sewed it back together again in like the most beautiful way. And it's got elements of classical, it's got like some electronica, EDM kind of stuff in there, a lot of rap, obviously the hard rock element is still there, and it's just a really great album. And I say it's kind of a guilty pleasure album because I don't like Linkin Park. A lot of people love them. I certainly did, when I was younger, I was all about Linkin Park, but my taste has changed. I'm not that into them. But that album, I absolutely love it. So, there's the first one. And the second, of course, Kid Rock, Devil Without a Cause, which I also have on cassette, although the cassette is the amended version. The CD is not, but I mean, Kid Rock, that was the jam back then, but he's not very popular anymore, I guess. And the ba with the ba da bang da bang, yeah, that's more of a one-hit wonder these days. People don't really rock out to it so much like they used to, but I will rock the fuck out of it. I will crank that shit up, and it's good fuel for cleaning the house. I'll listen to Kid Rock when I clean the house, and I'll go dancing and push moshing around the house with my broomstick, as I'm sweeping the floor. So I'm not gonna lie, I love that album. Not a big Kid Rock fan, but that was a great album. And then of course, if you grew up in the 90s, you remember this. Right Said Fred, I'm too sexy for my shirt, right? This isn't the album, this is just a cassette single, but I still have it, and man, I'm not gonna lie, I still listen to this. I love this track. So it's that was definitely a one-hit wonder, but man, they don't make them like that anymore, you know what I mean? And then last but certainly not least, and heartbreakingly, the cover for this album got lost a long time ago. I've had this CD for 20 years. I got this CD in 1999, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was 1999 when I got it. That was the year it came out. And it's 2019 now. I still have it, and I actually still listen to it. And that is Eiffel 65's Europop. Everybody knows this album. I mean, this is the it was a kind of a one-hit wonder. Everybody had that album. Everybody knew that album. it faded into obscurity really quickly. But for a brief moment there, for a few months, it ruled the world, and that's when I got it. And I listened to it continuously for like a couple of years. I mean, I had like 3 CDs back then, and just kept it around, and I still love it. I still love the nostalgia factor, you know, the totally cheeseball 90s like synth lines and the electronic drum beats and the weird auto-tune talk box that the guy does. Excuse me. But it's just a great album, man. You know, they put out a couple albums after that that just didn't really resonate with me like this one does. And it's sort of a legend in that everybody remembers it. People still reminisce about it. I hear people talk about it all the time, but nobody actually listens to it still. But I do. You know, I mean, I love that album, man. I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da. Actually, once I'm done shooting this, I'm probably gonna put that on and listen to it again. So those are 5, 4. I can't do math. I think 4 of my top guilty pleasure albums. So let me know what you think in the comments. Try not to hate me too much. What are some of your guilty pleasure albums? What are the music? What are you kind of embarrassed to admit that you listen to? Like, is it Nickelback? Right? Do you listen to Nickelback? I'm not a big Nickelback fan, although I do love the song Rockstar. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. I want to hear from you. What's your guilty pleasure music? And thanks for watching. Stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming your way. A lot of stuff coming to this channel. So thanks for watching. See you later.